Dude, I only care about sports to a degree.
Right.
And then once that degree happens, I'm like...
Yeah. It's kind of like a one-night stand.
Yeah.
Like, I like that game that night. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to think about that team anymore.
No.
You got to get out of my house. Give me my T-shirt back. That's how I talk to women. Oh, yeah, but you got to get the hell out of my house. They think I'm black. I only have sex with blind girls, and I tell them I'm black.
Always be friends forever.
Welcome to Your Only Friends, where friendship is first, but comedy is always. I'm your host, Jared Dykas. This is a reminder, we are your only friends. Today I'm here with a great friend, someone who was on the very first Mood Swings, and I met him there. He's a producer of shows, he's a comedian, he's a great act, and I have James Donlon here today.
How you doing, man?
Doing great,
Thanks
brother.
for having me.
No problem, brother. Thank
The
you
show
for,
that almost didn't happen.
The show that almost didn't happen because of a hard drive situation. That was pretty tough. It looks like we have our shit together.
Yeah.
But truly, you know, we're flying
Shoestring,
by. Yeah, it's shoestring,
duct
dude.
tape,
Duct
bubble
tape.
gum.
We're building it as we go. We're
Right.
in midair building an airplane.
Yeah.
is what's going on here.
Well, I feel safe with you in the cockpit.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Right?
Yeah, man.
We were told we have to acknowledge we have the exact same shirt on in different
Yes.
colors. We're
Yeah.
both like a soft button-up polo.
Yeah, it's a very much Tommy Bahama vibe.
Yeah.
It's like we're drinking Island Breezes right now,
Yeah.
but we're really just drinking fluoride water. So it's a little
with a little umbrella in
with
it.
a little umbrella, man. But yeah, man, dude. So
I like the look. I like like a soft, thicker. I'm into like thicker fabrics now. I'm like, oh, I need like a heavier cotton that's like an oversized weight. You know what I mean? For like my
Yeah.
build.
no, I get that. I get that.
You want like I don't know. I'm trying to look like Kanye West.
No, exactly. The boxy shit, bro. Yeah. I find shit when I thrift it,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, this is my style now.
You thrifted that?
Yeah.
What, did it used to be a potato sack?
It used to be a potato sack, I think.
Goodwill, recycled
good
potato
one.
sack.
Yeah, someone
died in that. A hobo on a train who wore that. And you're like, I could make this into
Oh my gosh.
my beach fit.
Yeah, this is like a beach fit kind of. I think I don't wear shorts enough, but I think that if I were to wear shorts with this shirt, it
you'd
would
look
even
good.
pop even
oh,
more.
Yeah. Maybe
you
like
know?
a color short.
A
Like a
color
navy even, like if you want to go more muted. I'm getting very into men's fashion.
Yes. Yeah.
You ever heard of Kohl's?
Yeah. Dude, my Kohl's cash is on fleek right now.
Really?
Bro. My Kohl's cash
That's
is
like
on
crypto.
fleek.
It
is
goes
like,
up.
It only
You
goes
sell it
up,
on the
bro.
black market, dude?
Yeah.
Silk Road?
Silk Road,
I got
dude.
$400 in Kohl's.
Just scamming
We'll trade
people.
for Molly.
Oh, yeah, bro. Are you getting text messages right now of like scammers a lot?
Yeah.
I'm
the
getting
toll one. I
the
get a lot.
toll one. And
Someone said the toll will never text you. That's what they told me.
dude, I don't believe it. I need to like investigate it.
Do you have unpaid tolls you're worried about?
No,
Okay.
but it's just like any text that I get, I just take so wholeheartedly. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is the end of the world. And then I'm like, how do they know that I'm from New Jersey?
Right.
You know?
Oh yeah, and the
It's-
AI voices. Hey, how's it going?
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
that's weird.
It is weird, dude.
You know, so you have a podcast. I have a couple podcasts
You
that
have
I've
multiple.
done. In the past too. So my voice is on the internet a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I had to tell my mom. I was like, someone could AI create my voice and try to scam you because there's so many
oh my
files.
gosh.
So now you have a podcast. That's another fear you can have.
That
That
I'm
someone's gonna
always trying
use-
to collect fears at this point in my life. I'm really trying to collect fears. Do your parents watch your podcast?
No.
Yeah, good. That's like the same.
Yeah,
kind of
we don't
mode
do that.
Yeah, that's a little too personal.
I'm on my buddy's podcast called News from Bed. We're in a bed, and we're like the camera's facing us, and our feet are like very close to the camera.
Uh-huh.
And we've inadvertently stumbled into like male foot fetish fans who'll be like, guys, this episode was hilarious. Also, James, love the socks.
No way.
Yeah. So you got to get some feet involved in here.
We need to get more feet involved. You can't
foot
see our
cam?
feet. A foot cam. We've always thought about like a bird's eye view for some reason.
Okay. And we're just not wearing pants.
Dude, so last week you had me at your show. Let's talk about that.
Small Bar?
Yeah, Small Bar.
Yeah.
dude.
Crust comedy show over
Yeah.
at Small Bar. That was fun.
That was so cool.
It was I didn't know what to expect in the turnout because I never know.
Turnout was great, man.
It was great. I couldn't have fit more people in there. It would have been uncomfortable.
It really would have.
Yeah. So that's a good position to be in. It was pretty nice.
Absolutely. How did that kind of all come about?
I did a show in April at like a furniture shop. My buddy makes like pizza, Pangolin Pizza. He does little like street fairs and stuff.
What do you mean at a furniture shop?
So there's this place called Retrospect Furniture. That's like
I've heard. Yeah,
it's like a vintage
cool.
furniture shop. And so they do like a market. My buddy makes pizza. And I went to see him at the market. And when I was like, oh, we should do a weird comedy show here. And so the guy who was like into it. So he brought all these like old chairs out and like the whole back patio. It was an outdoor show.
Oh,
and so
man.
it was like all dotted with like lamps and old stuff.
Oh,
And
man.
it was great. It was cool.
That's
There's
very
a big Burger
rustic.
King sign back there.
A Burger King sign?
Yeah.
Dude, how did they get that? From like the 34th Street?
They heard I was coming to the
They
show.
heard, they heard you were coming to
They heard the
show.
Burger King was on his
Yeah.
way.
Oh
so
my
they-
gosh.
They had to make do, you know. But that was a good one. So me and my buddy, like, we kind of just did it as a pop up at the like furniture spot outside in the back patio, and then he did one with like jazz over at Small Bar is so cool,
Dude.
I love it there. And Bandit's great in the morning, but like something about Small Bar, like a teeny little bar in the back of a
Yeah.
bar. I love a little gimmick.
A little gimmick.
Yeah, a little gimmick, like a ball pit bar. I love an arcade bar.
You like dive bars?
Love dive bars. The
Dive
gimmick there
bars?
is like sadness,
Yeah.
cigarettes.
Cigarettes.
And pills. But I don't
Yeah.
know. But that was a fun show. That actually blew me away, how that one turned out. I love like producing shows. I kind of took like a year off when I first moved down here.
Because you were doing that in New York, no?
Yeah, I had a couple of different weekly shows and like monthly ones. I had a storytelling show that was like once a month. And then I would do like weeklies, and then venues would be like, no one ever comes. You can't do it anymore. Okay, you know? So you just
But
kind of
dude, that was packed there,
Yeah,
man.
that was nice.
awesome.
Yeah,
dude.
it was like very cool to have that happen. You know, doing it on a Sunday, like we knew like servers would be off, like the wait staffs. We were like, okay, that's always like a built-in population that like wants to go out and drink on their day off.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like that one girl called up like those 3 dudes.
she did like a game show element.
yeah, game
Danielle.
show.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
yeah. We should do more game show in our stand-up.
Yes.
Bring people on stage, rate their body. I don't know. I think like stuff like that's always weird, and I just think like adding like little weird stuff even to the stand-up show, like with the gimmick thing
Definitely.
with the venues. Like, all right, stand-up show, I'm gonna have pizza there. Like that's just one little thing that I think like makes it like, oh, it's like a pizza
100%.
stand-up show. It's just
No.
easy to remember.
100%,
Yeah,
dude.
so it should be fun.
What's the title of the Lil Crust?
Crust.
Or Crust?
Little crust.
Lil Crust. You said
If you go to
Lil-
Southside St. Pete's, little crust. But up here on Central, baby, it's just
Yeah.
crust.
Dude, Central's going through it right now, man.
Why? What happened?
Did you hear about that homeless guy who got stabbed or something? Or did
No.
you? Okay, let's breeze.
I don't
past
have the
that.
Citizen
I don't
app.
have that app either. But I keep going to places and people are like, "Did you hear about that guy?
Yeah.
that got in a fight with the homeless dude, and apparently a screwdriver went into his eye."
Oh my God.
I don't know the story too well, so I don't want to talk about it much longer.
Right.
But yeah, it's really happening down here, man.
Okay.
What do you think about downtown St. Pete? You like it or?
Well, I did before you told me that story. I love it here. It's great. I've been here for a year, and it's, you know, I'd like visit and like come down and see stuff, but like actually living here for a year, it's like, I love it.
But you grew up in Florida, no?
Yeah, I grew up in Pasco County. But then
Okay,
like I
cool.
lived in New York for a while when I was like a little kid, and then we moved down here. And then, but yeah, I went to like most of like school here in Florida.
You went to college?
I went to college.
Dude.
Jacksonville.
Wow.
UNF.
UNF.
Swoop.
Dude.
The UNF Ospreys, dude.
Bro, the
Did you go to school?
Ospreys, for a year, dude.
Where'd you go?
I went to Towson in Maryland.
I don't know
It was
that.
like, yeah, man. It's like right outside of Baltimore.
Okay.
I went there and got like really into real estate pretty quickly and then just
Okay.
decided to like basically
You were like
drop-
selling guys dorms.
Yeah, basically.
They're like, we already paid for this.
Yeah,
I got this beautiful corner dorm. Well, that's great, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're doing well for yourself here, right?
Thank you, bro.
You
Yeah.
thriving? How long have you been here? You moved
2
here?
years.
2 years. Okay,
Yeah.
sweet.
So
You're kind of acclimating too, but you're pretty much
Yes.
in there.
I'm pretty much in here.
You like
But
it?
I am. I do. I love it.
You'll stay?
I will do.
You
my
have to
best
decide
stay.
right now.
Yeah, I have to stay right now. No, I like it here. It's just coastal, man. It's just like a vibe.
Yeah.
You know, there's
Oh,
just
yeah.
something about St. Pete and the Gulf Coast of Florida. But
Yeah.
I
Tiki
mean,
bars.
tiki bars,
Leathery
man.
elderly people.
Yeah, they're so leathery.
I want to touch them.
I know.
You can't.
You can't touch them.
They get mad when you try to touch them.
Yes.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
This is a situation that I wanted to put past you. If someone like asked you out to dinner and like, you know, you were like, okay, like it's not like romantic, but they definitely don't want to
Yeah.
get to know you a little bit. And then the day before the dinner, it's like a fancy dinner, you know, and they're like trying to ask you out. They're like, oh, you know, no, it's spare no expense, like Jurassic Park style. Like the day before, like we were gonna go out on a Friday, and it's like on a Thursday, and the guy, I'm straight, but it's a guy, and I'm like, he wants to do that. He's like, hey, I'm gonna take a girl that I like. And he bailed on me. What would you do in that scenario? Would you let that guy produce the podcast you're guesting on right now?
Is this Joel Soul?
This is Joel Soul,
This is Joel Soul.
He was like, I need someone. He's on Instagram. This is what he does. He's like, I need someone to eat a duck with me.
Oh my god.
These are the things he posts. Dude.
Yeah. And then you were that person that was going to eat the duck?
Yeah, I'm like, sure. And he's like, great. We make this whole plan. And then the day before, he's like, actually, I fell in love.
Yep. It happens.
Perhaps my heart is not so. Yeah, he types like a Shakespeare villain.
Dude, Joel's the best.
Yeah. But what would you do in that situation? You ever had a buddy bail on you for like a woman?
Yeah.
I mean, that's like you gotta let it go.
You gotta let it go. You know, everything is right in the pursuit of love, you know.
Everything?
Not everything.
Murder?
You know, not murder, not murder. Definitely not canceling on your homie.
Yeah.
But you know,
he's gotta take it. You gotta do some things. Like sometimes, you know, when I was like younger, like you go out, you go to the bar, it's like your friend really likes this girl, and there's like her friend who's like, you gotta just talk to this friend to occupy her. You just gotta like distract
take one for the team,
to
man.
see if your friend. And then my friends, nothing ever happened. So what I did is I just ended up talking to someone that I had no reason to talk to.
Yep.
So my friend could just get someone on Snapchat.
Oh my!
You still have Snapchat?
You know what, man? I deleted it like months ago.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty happy with the decision.
Okay.
It just kept on like saying memories and stuff, and I was like, I don't need to.
You're crying too much.
Yeah, I'm like,
You're driving.
No, it's like. I'm like, no, it's like me. I'm like 17, 18, 19 years old. I'm like, oh my
big
gosh.
Tits.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude, I miss my big. I'm sorry. Is this a family show? This is a family show, right? You can bleep stuff out.
Dude, that's so funny, dude.
Yeah, dude, Snapchat's like, I have trouble with Instagram. I have like an hour limit on it, and my girlfriend has the password. So if I run out, she's like, oh, I'm not gonna unlock it for you.
An hour a day?
Yeah, I can only have Instagram for an hour a day.
How long does that typically take you?
I'll like go on a little bit in the morning. A lot of days I don't use it all because
Yeah.
I'm like scared. I'm like running onto it really quick and then running out before I run out of time.
That's kind of what I do without any timer. I'm just like, the algorithm's too much sometimes, man. It scares me.
I like interact with it less, and then like my feed of like the random videos it shows you, it's just like hot girls and like tacos going into cheese. Like it's like trying to like speak to my lizard man brain in some way. I'm like, I don't like how I'm being advertised to all the time.
I know.
Everything's trying to sell you something too. It's like just a hot girl, and it's like, buy Vicodin.
Did you hear about the? Someone was like, "Yo, can I enter you into a giveaway? But it has to show up at your house, and I'll pick it up because like the guy has a girlfriend or something like that." And the giveaway was for Sydney Sweeney's bath water or something like that. Did you hear about the soap?
Yeah,
Have you
I
heard
heard about
that.
I got a couple of units on the way.
No, dude. Bro, people are.
But it was a scam.
No, I don't think so. It's just like, I think that's
for
what
you. They wanted to give you the bathwater.
No. My buddy was like, "Hey, I have a girlfriend, so I can't enter in the giveaway. I want you to enter the giveaway."
And did you do it?
No, I couldn't do that to his girlbrain.
Right.
You know,
because then she's using the soap and she's like smelling it.
Yeah, it's like,
it smells like
God.
Kid brain. You know that hormone they try to get out of the kid's brain? What's it called? You know what it's called.
I entered the giveaway.
Yeah.
Joel entered the giveaway twice.
Really? Well,
man.
you have no. I don't know about you.
I've got the on sale on my Google Calendar.
Really?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Did you pre-order a Switch 2?
No.
I don't know what you like. Okay, I don't know what you like. I don't want to talk to him anymore.
He's on an island by himself. That's why I try to visualize is like we're on an island by ourselves, but then he's also on an island by himself.
But we can see him, but like we can't hear him.
We can't hear him as much.
Yeah,
we can't hear him as much.
And he tries to swim over, and sharks will get him.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Are you afraid of sharks?
I think in certain contexts.
Like
not at the bank, but like in the ocean, probably pretty scared of a shark.
Definitely.
Yeah, dude, they own that.
They do.
If the shark is in my land and like my domain, the land, I don't know if you knew that, I have a leg up on him. And if I'm in his domain, he has a fin up on me. So
And I think that's the way it's supposed to be,
Sure.
right?
When a guy
Like-
gets eaten by a bear in the woods, it's like, well, you went to the bear's house. The bear gets to eat you.
Yeah.
Stand your ground law.
Something about the woods, though, makes me feel like that's for man, though. No?
It's to be conquered.
It is to be conquered.
Yeah.
Whereas the water, it's to be conquered, but like only to a certain pressure amount because
Yeah.
then we'll explode underwater.
Right.
You know?
Famously, a couple of years ago.
Is that what happened?
That tube exploded. Those rich guys, they exploded.
Oh, tell me about that.
You don't know about that?
No.
They were trying to see the Titanic. They were in a tube. The tube exploded. It was like a billionaire and his son.
Oh my gosh.
But it was like driven by like a PlayStation controller.
Oh my
It was like a real
gosh.
shoddy job. But yeah, he
Dude.
exploded.
Oh man.
You referenced that? You didn't even know about that?
No, I didn't even know about that.
Dude. You'll have so many bits about it, and they'll be
Yeah.
like 3 years old.
Yeah.
That's fine, though.
Yeah, man.
I don't know.
How do you how long have you been doing comedy?
Like 5 years.
Dude, that's epic.
Yeah, it's been fun. I'd started doing open mics down here before this was like what it is now.
Yeah.
Like I was like a senior in high school. I don't really count back that far because I was just like testing it out
Yeah,
and doing some
yeah,
open
yeah.
mics. But like the way it's grown is crazy here.
Oh my
Because I used to
gosh.
do an open mic. I did an open mic at Cafe Hay over near like Tampa and Ybor, like this
Okay.
tiny cafe. And then like me and my buddy did it, and then we drove to this Red Star bar, which was kind of northern
Oh my
Ybor.
God.
And it's like this guy had ran from one open mic to the other, and he was like all sweaty and in like a tank top, and like it was a very different scene than it is now, you know?
Definitely.
I don't know, like all these cool venues and stuff. It's been cool to see how everything's changed. Because when I came back here, I really noticed it during the Sunshine Comedy Festival last year. It's like, wow, there's like a lot of stuff going on. here.
Yeah.
It's
I feel like
crazy.
that was like the best thing that will never happen again.
Yeah,
It's
it
like-
appears to be just drifting away.
Yeah.
Because it was January, so
It
it's
was
it's been
January.
about half a year since a year. So I don't know. We could do one.
We could
Just
do one.
you
right?
and me.
Just me and you, bro.
This is a comedy
This is a
festival right now. But no, I mean stuff like that's cool. But I think everything's kind of the best stuff is like stuff that you're like that was great and it'll never happen again.
Yeah, sometimes that is. Like Toy Story 3 will never happen again.
Right. They
You
could
know?
try. But
They
it would
could
be
try.
different.
It will be way different.
But then there's stuff that's good every time, like Lucky Charms. Like marshmallows every time.
You think Lucky Charms are that good?
Well, it's as good as it's going to be every time. You can do it every time. But Toy Story 3 is a one-time experience.
Yeah.
I could get Lucky Charms every day.
You ever watch movies like multiple times in a row?
Oh yeah.
You are,
I get like fixated on movies.
you're a cinemaphile or whatever Adam says?
Yeah,
or-
cinephile.
Cinephile.
Cinemaphile is the guy who loves cinnamon buns. No, I'm not. Yeah, I love movies. I've been like on a huge movie kick right now, going through like different directors and trying to watch like everything they
man.
made. Just to see like the change of stuff over time. Because sometimes they'll just take like a weird turn and make some like horrible movie that makes no sense with all the stuff that they clearly want to go for.
Yeah.
Stuff like that's like so
I
funny.
feel like that's interesting to look at directors that way rather than actors, because with actors, they're just like, I guess, I don't know, going by whatever gigs they get. and
Right.
so
They're
maybe
empty
they-
vessels waiting to be filled with words
Exactly.
that real comedians and real writers actually put together. Acting's cool, but it's like doing magic to me. It's like, oh, you learned a little manipulation. Oh, you have a little trick you can do sometimes. I mean, actors are important if you want to produce
Yeah.
something, but
Bro. it's
wait
about
for the words.
brains.
Yeah, it's about the words on the page, man.
Yeah. Until AI takes over.
Yeah, dude.
Everyone keeps saying that.
Until AI takes over. Not gonna be able to get my burrito at Chipotle.
Yeah.
They put everything on that.
Everything.
It's climate change for a long time. Then it was COVID.
Yeah.
Now it's AI. There's always like some big thing. It was Obama for about 8 years. Obama got everything.
Yeah.
So and we need to put more stuff on Obama, you know?
We have to.
He's our scapegoat of the culture. Anything bad happens, that's Obama's
The only
fault.
thing that I think about when I think about Obama is like his like yearly mixtapes that he drops.
Yeah, those are weird.
And they're not mixtapes, but I would rather call them mixtapes.
Like his songs of the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're weird. It's like, dude, you're not listening to
I
that.
know. I'm like, there's no way you're
No.
listening to that.
You're not listening to Billie Eilish, dude.
Yeah.
You're the former president of the United States. You're old. You're not supposed to. I'm still cool. No, you're not.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Just trying to keep up with Sasha and Malia, his daughters.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Bro, you're well cultured.
About the president's family.
Yeah, I know, man. You know what? It's
Ask
not
me
even
any fact, I could give you this.
No, dude. I think I'm realizing I'm not as well cultured as I.
Really?
Yeah, but not that I'm not well cultured. It's just like I don't know certain things.
Right.
But I feel like that's everyone.
Yeah, everyone has different strengths, different
Yep.
things they've experienced with. Mm-hmm. Like you meet people and you're like, wow, this guy like. You meet like a comic and you're like, oh, we have like comedy in common. And this guy turns out to know like so much about like professional wrestling.
Yeah.
Like the WWE, he just
Yeah.
knows everything about it. It's like,
Yeah.
that'll never come up in a conversation. But that's most of his free time.
Dude, they're making WWE or trying to make WWE cool again.
Yeah, they're trying to bring it back. It's like everywhere.
Yeah. As soon
I
as
see Twitter all the time. Like people are loving it.
I saw Travis Scott in there, and I honestly was hooked.
Really?
I was hooked.
I missed that.
I just saw a clip of him, and I was like, all right, I give WWE my respect.
Really?
At least they're going after Travis Scott. And,
Sure.
And that, but
Younger
I used-
folks.
Yeah, younger folks. I used to be a huge Travis. Not that I'm not a big Travis. I don't know. I used to like go to like a lot of Travis Scott concerts when I
Really?
was younger. Yeah, it was like fun.
That was your guy.
That was my guy.
But
Dude.
you like concerts still?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't been to one in a minute.
Yeah, I
We're going
haven't
to
been to one in a while.
Metallica next Friday, which will be fun. That'll be like the first concert that I went
Right.
to in about a year.
At Emily?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Ray J.
Ray J?
Oh no, you know what? I went to dude, stop. I went to Reggae Rise Up this year too. That was fun.
Oh, cool. Shaggy and Sting.
Yeah, I didn't go that day. I just went for one day on a Sunday. I forget even who I saw.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
It's kind of they kind of all
The
blend
hair's
together.
all the same.
Yeah, dude. The smell's the same.
Yeah, only the skin tone changes.
Dude.
I don't know. I don't know much about. I like going to music when I don't know much about. Like I saw Fish.
Oh man.
I saw him at MSG. That was cool. I didn't know
Oh
any
my
Fish
gosh.
songs. So I was like, let me just go see.
That was
Fish.
probably historical, no?
That was cool. I think either every New Year's or every like July they do like some concerts at MSG. It was cool. They're like a jam band. They have like cool lights and
Yeah.
stuff.
No, a lot
Do
of like
some
Grateful
drugs.
Dead people like
Yeah,
Fish.
I saw Dead and Co.
You did?
Twice. Yeah, with John Mayer.
Yeah, I
That
saw
was
them
cool.
one time in PA. Where'd you see them?
I saw him in New York. I saw him at twice at City Field where the Mets play.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. It was cool.
That's cool.
It was fun.
John Mayer seems like a beast, bro.
Yeah, it like made it like crazy. It was like wow. Like, and I knew more Grateful Dead songs than I did Fish songs. Like I like knew about the Grateful Dead more from like. So I was like, oh, I like recognize some of this music, but it was like concert in like 2 acts. They play for like so long. There's like all these weird things that happen. It's just cool, like the way that like these people just drive around and follow these bands and stuff. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I know.
Interesting. It'll never happen with comedy.
No.
I think
I don't
Burt
think
Kreischer
so.
tried to do that. He wanted to be like going to the different drive-ins. Remember when he did that during COVID? He did comedy shows at drive-in
Oh my
movie
gosh.
theaters.
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, he would like do like, I know you'd be in your car and he'd be like, you want to hear the machine 3 times in a
Oh
row?
my god, dude.
That'd be cool if he did that. He just
Yeah.
went out and did the machine 5 or 6 times.
Do you think there's people that just listen to that joke over and over again?
Sure, sure.
I'm sure there are.
Yeah.
Right.
What are you doing this weekend?
This weekend, man, I'm doing open
Wearing that
houses.
shirt?
I'm wearing the shirt.
What's the open house like? You gotta bring little snacks?
Yeah,
You gotta
man.
like cut cheese and
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, it's fun.
What do you do?
Well, I get the Milano cookies.
Nice.
And I like, really do like a nice.
Nashville.
Yeah.
Put them on the ground.
No, I bring flowers, man.
Nice.
I do it up. We get the music going. It's like you're hosting like a little. You're like the mayor of this house that you're in.
Yeah.
So it's like.
You should do like weird stuff. Like, this bathroom is the Spanish bathroom. You got to speak Spanish in this bathroom. Like, you could do that. Well, they need you to buy the house. 'Cause you're the only guy that can unlock the house.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you do more apartments or houses?
Houses.
Houses?
Yeah.
Sweet. That's
But-
nice.
Yeah, that's what
You got a lot of keys?
tons of keys, man.
We could like go do something in one of these houses.
Dude,
Nothing bad, but we could do something.
no.
Play Monopoly.
Yeah, Monopoly with all the listings that we have.
Oh yeah. Dude, we could. Like real life Monopoly.
Real life Monopoly.
Yeah.
Dude, what do you think about Monopoly? Is that a game that you have the patience for?
No.
I don't have patience for board games.
I don't like
that.
a long thing. The card things that are quick, little like not even like poker or anything, but it's just like I don't know. I remember like Cards Against Humanity. Not my favorite game. Not something I love. I think it's kind of like it's 2025. A guy pulls out Cards Against Humanity at the party. It's like man,
like, come
I was
on,
playing that
dude.
at like 14, 15
Yeah,
years
man.
old. Like that's
That guy's like bringing it in like he's like consciously thinking like, oh, dude, people are gonna love this.
hysterical when someone plays the poop card. Dude, this is like everyone wants to feel funny.
Yes.
It's like a little cheat code to be like, I picked the card that says
Yeah.
rape. Like, what? That's, like, what are you getting at, man?
I know.
Everyone has that little like edgelord in them that's so funny. Like, they'll get like shocked. Like with stand up, you say something like weird, you see people like get shocked, and then like it'll be a girlfriend and the boyfriend's laughing. Like he's repressing his true. He just wants to say the worst thing he's thinking all the time.
Yes.
Because none of us got to die in war.
No.
It's like an animalistic instinct that we were supposed to. I mean, dude, there's probably like 30% of
None of
men
us
in
got
our
to
age group.
die in war.
Come on.
That's
Yeah, dude. You see a guy pissing on the street, like that guy would have thrived in his last moments in like Vietnam. But now he's pissing on the street.
Oh man.
There's homeless people that aren't even homeless veterans. You skip the process. You have to go get trauma in a foreign nation, come back. We don't take care of you, live on the street. These guys are just like graduating high school and becoming immediately homeless. Like, time to cut my legs off. Give me a break.
Yeah, dude.
Men used to earn homelessness in this country. No, I don't like Monopoly. That's why I go back into your question. No, I don't like Monopoly.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
dude.
dude. I don't know.
That's funny, dude.
What episode is this? How
This
long
is
are you doing
episode
this?
17, man.
Yeah, that's a lot though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
We started it like in October of last year.
There are episodes of this I think are really cool. Like
Yes.
getting to hear certain people talk. Like hearing Kenny talk, that was like a cool episode.
Yeah.
So it's just like this like nice man who books me sometimes. And I'm like, oh, it's like his story. And like Adam was cool. Like there's like people it's like I was roasting Amanda Hoffman, and so I was like looking for podcasts, like
Oh
to
my
find something out.
God.
You know, like I always do the research, but it's like always
Yeah.
fun to like, sure, I'll listen to it. Like listen
Yeah.
to someone that you know, and then that you get to know something about them.
You do.
Yeah, it's always fun.
How do you like shooting your podcast?
Other than the guys that want to have sex with my feet, every other part of the podcast is really cool. I don't really acknowledge them. They'll be like a guy like emailed me the other day. He's like, I have a proposal, and the proposal is he just wants to pay me to send him pictures of my feet. But like I'm not. That's a line for me. You can
That
come
is the
enjoy the
line.
podcast.
Yeah.
Come enjoy the podcast. That's not for me. I'm not going to advertise to you. I'm still doing like weird fake advertisements in the middle of the show, and like. We do it like very segmented. It's like
That's cool.
So like we kind of show up prepared, and we have like different. It's like we'll like pitch a movie. Like this episode, we're like pitching a movie that we could star in,
Wow.
like as a vehicle. I do it with my buddy Patty. He's a comic.
That's fucking
He was up in New York. He moved down here. I'm creating a migration. I'm going to bring all New York comedians here to St. Pete and
Dude,
ruin it.
I love New York comedians, man. Lance is like a beast.
Oh, Lance is great. That was a good episode too.
Yeah. I like there's something about New York, right? Like it just like I don't know. It's like a hustle and a determination and just like a I don't know, like a loneliness in your heart kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, you're like hardened.
Yeah.
I definitely felt like hardened by it. That like you get on the train every day, you're surrounded by people. It's like cold in like January, and you're just like stiff in a jacket on the train.
Dude.
And it's just like that for days on end, for like weeks on end, just like the same thing. Like that's the stuff that really started to get to me up there was like the repetitive harshness of just like going to the grocery store. There's like ice everywhere. It's tiny. It's 3 times the price
There's
of something
obstacles,
here.
dude.
Yeah.
There's
But like
always
some
gonna-
people, it's like they want to live there.
Yeah.
You gotta want to live there. You know.
You have to want to live there.
And I wanted to try it. I was like, let me go move to New York. Let me see what it's like. Because like that was like a thing when I was younger. I was like, I'm gonna move to New York.
What did you
Period.
learn about yourself going and living in New York?
Not a funny answer. I learned that I like manifested this like different kind of personality. It felt like
Wow.
Like I had to change who I was to be able to operate here, and it was like a difficult thing. It was like a difficult time. It like put my relationship on strain on my relationship.
man.
Work was hard. Like just like doing drugs, not hard drugs, like smoking weed like every day, drinking a lot, like these like weird coping cycles, being like, okay, so I've just spent 4 years in like a weird anger spiral. Like, you got to like change something up eventually. And like things were fine. It was fun. But like, dude, like I don't know, like the stand up just made it was like a hard place to live. And then you're doing stand up and it's like, dude, like some of these people never work. All they do is go to stand up and you're like sitting there talking to them and you're like, dude, I work like 2 jobs right now.
Yeah,
like,
just to survive
you just
here.
did this today. You just did it 5 minutes at an open mic today.
Oh my God.
And you're competing with this guy. And he's like,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about starting to make sketches on Instagram. I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking of jumping onto the train tracks. I think we have different cycles of things. But it was hard, man. It really felt like I like went through the crucible of the soul there. Really like put some strain on me. Through like work stuff and like kind of feeling like I was bumping up against like a next level. And like all things, like I worked in radio and I would be like working my way up in radio and get to a point where it's like you just hit a ceiling. It's like, well, you got to just work here for 10 more years and you can break through that ceiling. It's like, I can't do that.
Yeah, man.
Same thing with stand up. It's like, well, you just got to keep doing it every day until you break through at one of these clubs. And like the clubs close, they change, like historic things go over. Like then, like I was like in New York, I was watching guys like in 2021 when everything started to open up. I started to see guys like set up their cameras in the back, and everyone was like, "This is so weird." Like they're recording like every set, and like I just remember like seeing it kind of become this like thing where like everyone was like recording stuff, and it's just such like a transient. I think transient's the right word. It's like always changing. It's like a moving target stand up. There's never like an efficient plan to actually do it and go to the next step. You just got to keep doing something, find something that works.
What do you feel like keeps you going in stand up?
The babes, dude.
The babes, the ladies,
the ladies. No, I don't know. I love. You might feel this way. Like I like being good at something.
Yeah.
So if like you can have a good set, it's like, dude, it's like I got to be good at something today.
Yeah.
I got to like do something well. That's kind of the fascination.
I like the journey of it, if that makes sense. Like I like the progression, and like that's like a lot of the reason why I do this show is like to document and to just, it's like the journey.
Yeah.
You know, like I know I've only been doing it for like a year and a half, you know, but it's like, dude, if I keep doing this for 5-10 years, I'm gonna be so thankful about this interaction and all the fears that you put in my brain about sharks and Monopoly and homeless people. No, I'm kidding.
You can always return back to it, dude.
Yes.
But no, this is like a great play. You said you're like a year and a half, 2 years in. Like this is like everything I hoped New York stand up was going to be like. I couldn't find. I found moments and cool things, but then coming here, it's like very cool. You can actually, you produce a show like at Small Bar, people come.
Yeah.
It's not that there's like 11 other comedy shows on a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, you can't compete.
And you're like going to like trains and subways to get places and stuff. It's probably
crazy.
mayhem rather than like driving around scooters and stuff here.
It's too far. Everything's too far over there.
Yeah.
It feels like it's close, but it's like, now you got to walk everything.
What type of kid were you like in high school?
In high school, I was the class president.
No way.
Yeah,
you seem very much class president vibes.
Thank you. Yeah, I was my class president, and I was on the weightlifting team.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, and I ran like the morning news. Those were my three
gosh.
things. So I used to like edit videos about like don't drink and drive, and there'd be a teacher being like don't drink, and then like I would like make all the little weird videos that played on the. Did you have like high school morning news?
Yeah, we had that too, dude. It was called View News. It was crazy. Because our high school was Clearview, so it was like View News, and then it was, they had all that stuff. I think I got really into media from going to high school. Yeah. Because we had like a media class, and it was like, what else am I going to be interested in? You know, am I going to be interested about Ben Franklin? You know, which I should be interested in to a degree. Yeah. But, you know.
Knowing a lot about Ben Franklin won't get you laid. But if you like manipulate a computer, you might get someone.
Yeah, exactly.
Be like, oh, actually, the kite was not him. It was no one cares. What were you like in high school? What were you like?
I was like, dude, I joined a pyramid scheme.
Okay.
I joined a pyramid scheme,
Very
and
nice.
it became I got like really into personal development.
Okay. Well, that's good. But the pyramid scheme is not good. What was it, like a yogurt?
They
Like
were
you
like-
gotta go like sell yogurt to moms at like different.
Dude, it was an energy drink. It was an energy drink. And I got like really, but yo, through this, I started like public speaking and stuff.
Okay.
So that kind of like helped me with comedy. Not
Did you
really
make any money off the pyramid scheme?
Yeah.
Okay.
But not like good money.
Right.
You know, just enough to not file bankruptcy, I
There you
guess.
go.
But yeah, no, it was pretty cool that whole experience happened, I guess.
In high school?
In high school, dude. I was young. I was like hanging around the older kids kind of, and
like, dude, instead of drugs. Like, dude,
you gotta read this book, bro.
You gotta go to this seminar.
Yeah.
First one's free.
Yeah. And then it's a freaking timeshare company.
Oh no, dude.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But high school was interesting. I went up here in Pasco at Gulf High, and you know, just like busy running around. I had a podcast in high school.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, me and my buddy who lives in New York, he's a comic up there now. He's we had a podcast in high school that like the kids in our class would listen to. And like the only thing we ever referenced was like Mark Maron. Because like that was the only really like big kind of popular. It was before like Joe Rogan was more than like this weird little internet show thing. And but yeah, it was funny. It was like all this stuff that like the podcast thing was like, who knew it was going to become basically like everyone has their own little TV show now. You can just like start entertainment in like a little studio.
Exactly.
We used to face the same microphone, like it'd be both of our heads like this.
Oh my
Because we only
God.
have one mic, so we just have to kind of like we're driving in a car kind of conversation.
Holy shit.
But yeah, we did like 25 episodes.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah. It's called But Seriously.
But seriously,
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh yeah.
B-U-T-T?
No, just one T.
Just one T.
I wish it was B-U-T-T.
But seriously.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it was like 2015 we did it. So earlier this year we did a 10-year retrospective.
Oh my
about how
gosh.
much like we had an episode where we talked about like what we thought our lives would turn out like, and then 10 years on we're like listening to like our lives did not turn out how
Oh
we
my
thought they would.
gosh.
Yeah, it was like so funny because we were like talking about like stand up and like I was like, yeah, maybe I'll like make movies, and my buddy Mike's like, yeah, like I'm gonna like go do this, and we had just like these lofty goals, and now we're just
Wow.
like we're both sitting in like a car being like, well, we did like 3 things, nothing on the list of things we
Oh
thought
my
we would
gosh.
do. But you know, it's funny. Like what you said even about this, it's like funny to have like it's like a diary. It's like oh, this is like a weird little project from 10 years ago.
Yes.
It's like a time capsule.
It is like a time capsule.
Yeah.
YouTube's kind of like that where, and this is on Spotify too and Amazon Music, but who's counting, you know?
Yeah. And the ISIS website.
No, it's not.
No, it's on the ISIS recruitment website. That's where I listen.
.ISIS.
Your OnlyFriends.ISIS.
Oh man, I was just telling Joel I'm proud to be an American. How about you?
Yeah. Yeah. Why are you staring at me so blankly, though? You said it so weird.
I know.
Listen, man. On the 4th of July, Memorial Day, Veterans Day.
Yeah, man.
I'm there. I got a flag shirt and everything.
Yeah, man.
I know what I'm doing. But when I'm like at home making a grilled cheese, I'm not thinking about America.
No.
When you're invited, you're like, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. I think about America a lot.
Yeah?
Sometimes.
What do you think about?
I just like, man, I'm grateful.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know.
Who has it bad? Like, who are you like, those people have it hard.
I don't know, man. Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to the news that much.
Right.
You know, so I know about some stuff, but it's
Yeah.
like I'm not an expert on that stuff by any means. So
For sure.
I kind of stay away from that
Yeah.
in my own siloed of America, I guess.
Yeah.
You know.
So you just like red, white, blue,
Blue.
the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't like the news or the history, but like the stuff that like represents it. Eagles.
Eagles, definitely the Eagles.
Pie.
Yeah, pie. Oh
No,
my
I mean, I
gosh.
don't know, dude. It's like, it does feel like being Americans is very weird, especially right now. It's like such a weird transitional time, like out of that like weird, like all the post World War II stuff, and like all those people are dying. It's like completely different, like generations of people are becoming like Gen X elderly, like an old man in a Bart Simpson t-shirt. I'm buying a gun, dude. I'm not doing it. Give me a break. I don't need
my
that.
God,
I don't need that.
Dude. What movie do you feel like defined your life if you had to say one?
A movie that defined
Yeah,
my
I wanted
life?
to ask you that because I like your bit about movies, and I figured you were kind of into movies.
Yeah.
But what movie, if you had to say, like, you're like, this is defining my life?
Interesting. That's a deep question. I think, dude, the most recent answer, a movie I keep coming back to, is The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Have you heard of that movie?
No.
Dude, Brad Pitt plays the outlaw in the West. Jesse James, Casey Affleck plays Robert Ford.
Wow.
It's an Old West, very interesting, long, but crazy movie.
Wow.
Not like some big action movie, but it's like kind of about like stories, success, being a man, like
That's
death.
cool.
Like just every time it's like a movie like for the past like 2 years, I've just been keeping like going back to. What's your favorite movie?
Invincible.
The
You know
football
that?
movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because of the Eagles.
Sure.
It's like, I love a good, like, comeback story.
So you're probably excited during this year's Super Bowl? You were doing like
Dude,
backflips?
you know, let me speak on this. I feel
Sure,
like
blood.
a bad Eagles fan.
Why?
Because when they won, I went to Ferg's for the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So first off, I'm not in Philly, you know, watching it with like my family and friends.
Yeah.
But I'm there with like all these Eagles fans, and it
Yeah.
was fun. And a lot of my friends came down, and we watched the Super Bowl. But when they won and the way that they won, it just gave me like no excitement for any more. Because I was like, the best thing that could have ever happened.
Yeah.
And now what am I supposed to do?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
what am I supposed to do? Or what are they going to do that again? Who cares?
Yeah.
But like, see, bro, that's like a bad Eagles fan. Like
Right.
you meet most people from Philadelphia, they're like, oh, we'll go for the dynasty, man. We're going to go for 2, 3, 4, 5 Super Bowls. It's just like, dude, I only care about sports to a degree.
Right.
And then once that degree happens, I'm like,
Yeah. It's kind of like a one night stand.
Yeah.
Like I like that game that night. Mm-hmm. Like I don't want to think about that team anymore.
no.
You got to get out of my house. Give me my T-shirt back. That's how I talk to women. Oh yeah, but you gotta get the hell out of my house. They think I'm black. I only have sex with blind girls, and I tell them I'm black because I'm such a convincing impressionist.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
If you felt like you could do any job in the whole entire world besides stand up, what would it be? Like perfect world. Like you're certified in whatever, like you're a tiger trainer.
Dude, well, I used to work in radio. I love
Yes.
that, and that's like is comedy adjacent, so that could be like a cop out. But like that was like I like made that like I'm gonna pursue that professionally and like stand up like on like as like the other thing. So like the radio is always something I thought would be so cool. The problem with radio is it's like dead.
Yeah, there's
It's
not
like-
as many listeners, I guess.
No, it's not like there's no audience. The stations are all like smaller. They're owned by like 3 companies, and like the idea of like that being like a place where people go for like information and news, and like you put on concerts, you put on events. Like like event stuff is very cool to me. It'd be cool to like throw like a music festival.
That would be
That
cool.
could be my job.
Let me ask you a question. I like asking these people. I like asking this question.
People like me.
If you had an opportunity, dead or alive, to book opener, middle person,
Ooh.
and then closer for like a 3-person,
Right.
you know, music festival type thing, who would open, who would be the middle person, and then who would close?
Opener, Alonzo Hamburger Jones, the comedian. Great opener. It'd be funny to start with stand up. That's my first answer. So middle, like kind of middle, and then like a headline.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, dude. Like the Wiggles in the middle.
The Wiggles in the middle, man.
Yeah, and then you end with like System of a Down.
Wow. What type of music do you listen to?
I don't know. I just said that band.
Yeah.
Mac DeMarco.
Mac DeMarco.
The Strokes. The Strokes
Strokes are
featuring
sick, man.
Mac DeMarco after Alonzo Hamburger Jones does 10 minutes of stand up. The Wiggles do a quick 20. And then it's Mac DeMarco.
We like
featuring
the Wiggles
Strokes.
at 19.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Wake up, Jeff, dude.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. You're sleeping on stage.
Oh my God.
That's just for the kids out there.
Just for the kiddies.
I do stuff for the kids. How many kids do you think watch this?
Probably none.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
It'd be cool if there was like some kid in middle school in like Minnesota. He's like,
Yeah.
Dad, I actually like that show.
Yeah.
He like watches every week. He has no idea what anything.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Mm-hmm. When's your next show?
Mood Swings will
Mood
be
Swings.
happening July 16th on my birthday.
Nice. I love that promo where you're in the snow.
I know.
It looked like a Quentin Tarantino movie.
It was.
Like Hateful Eight.
Yeah, that was like kind of the vibe we were going for.
Yeah, that looked great.
Yeah, I'm gonna do an official like little promo. It's not gonna be as good as that one because I have my media person out there in Utah or whatever. But
Right.
yeah, I just texted Kenny literally yesterday and was like, I want to do another Mood Swings. Want to do it for my birthday.
Nice.
It's on a Wednesday,
That'd be great.
so
A Wednesday night show
a Wednesday
for your birthday.
night show.
That could be sick.
Invite my friends out.
Yeah.
Just mood swing it up. It's like early all I want this year is a mood swing.
Yeah, dude. Wednesday, yeah. Like, who's gonna walk in off the street on a Wednesday most
No.
times either?
Yeah.
Not like your friends would fill up the room.
Yeah, it'd be
even
fun.
without those people. So that could be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I remember the first mood swings you were there for, and that was so much fun.
Yeah.
And
At
I think
Sunshine,
that's
yeah.
like when we met for the
Yeah.
first time.
Did I have to sub in or something? Like someone dropped out?
I don't know. I think Kenny
'Cause you
just
wouldn't have
booked
booked-
you.
oh, okay.
Kenny just booked you. Yeah.
Right.
'Cause
And
you're
that was on
that
like a
good, bro.
Sunday? Was it like a weird
No,
day?
it was like a Thursday maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
But it
that
was
a
a
good show
weirder
because you
day.
packed it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Candace August was on that show. She's so funny. She like
Right.
moved out to Austin now.
Right. I remember seeing her on that show too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she was on Kill Tony. Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Have you been to Austin yet to do
I have not
comedy?
been to Austin.
Dude, I just got back from there
What'd
and
you
it was
think?
so dude, it was so cool.
It was nice?
Yeah,
Really?
man. Like it was just like everyone seems like very aggressive about like their comedy kind of.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was only there for a couple days, so who knows? But it's like, dude, it was a hustle. Like we were doing shows at like 2 a.m. on like a Tuesday.
Really?
You know, it was just
Anyone
like
there?
yeah.
Really?
People were there. Like we were barking people in. People were coming in. Like it was at this bar called the Nar Bar, like right across the street from the mothership. I like went there for an open mic, and then I got like picked to get on a showcase, and then I just like kept on like going to that bar or whatever, and like doing shows there. And then, dude, by the grace of God, I guess, I got into the mothership open mic or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How was that?
That was epic. I
Yeah?
only did 3 minutes because that's what they give you.
Yeah.
But I was the first comic, and I didn't understand where the light was going to come from because it was my first time in there, and I ran the light. Dude. I ran the
Did
light.
they kick you or something?
They just like put the music real quick. And
Yeah.
I looked at the time, and I was like, oh my God.
That's all right.
It's whatever, man.
Dude, you're all good.
Yeah,
They
it
won't
was
remember you.
an experience for sure.
Yeah. Did they do it in that big main room?
No, they did it in the little boy room.
I've never even seen that like in a photo. Is it cool in there?
Yeah, it's cool, dude.
Yeah.
It's like real intimate, but it's like epic.
That's cool. That club looks really cool.
Yeah,
that club,
yeah,
like the whole vibe of it.
Yeah. I think the
looks sick.
branding is like insane,
Yeah.
right? You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
to have the aliens and all that stuff,
Yeah.
like the Aztec stuff
Big
everywhere.
neon lights and shit.
Yeah.
It's great. We need that at the clubs down here. We need to give everyone like a weird movie genre.
Definitely.
1950s mystery club. All the comics are like, see what's...
They have the mustaches
Yeah,
and shit.
bowler hat. One of the clubs can be like dinosaur themed. Side splitters, dinosaurs. There's a T-Rex on stage with, whoever goes there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I saw, who's that impressionist? Forgot his name. He's from Mad TV. Does like John Madden.
Jeff Dunham.
Not Jeff Dunham. Anyway, he was great. Whoever he is.
Dude, I saw Tim Dillon at Side Splitters.
How was he?
Oh, that was awesome.
Really?
He showed up in shorts for the last show, and he just did not care at all, dude. And he was just like going in.
Yeah.
It was well worth it.
That's
man.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
I love.
sick.
I love
That's my
Tim
girlfriend's
Dillon.
favorite. She's like, I have to see him. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
he's funny.
Yeah.
Did you see his special?
I didn't watch the new one.
No, the new one was basically what he did at Side Splitters a little bit, from my knowledge. But
Who's
yeah,
the best you've seen live?
Probably Louis C.K. I saw him in like an arena one time in Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
and like the wave, and I seen like Bill Burr too in an arena, but it wasn't even an arena. It was in Atlantic City. It was like more of like a concert venue. But dude, when I was in the arena, you could just like feel the laughter.
Really?
Like almost like
crazy.
it was bass, like the laughter was like bass, and so it was like a very like metaphysical experience. It was
That's
quite
awesome.
interesting, man.
Yeah. And he just kills. He's just like the
Yeah,
best.
and this was before everything happened, so it was like peak, Louis
Just peak. Like everyone's coming out to see him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw him at MSG when he did that like live stream
Oh
with,
my
with the
gosh.
jazz band before, and it was like
Wow.
live at MSG. He had his opener did really bad. It was really embarrassing. Imagine
Whoa.
bombing at MSG
dude.
in the round. So you're just like completely surrounded. You're bombing from all sides. You're saying words out your ass and you're bombing into your own ass.
Oh my god,
That's how crazy it is.
When you bomb, if you do
I
bomb,
don't bomb.
you don't bomb. when a joke goes like not as what you planned, is there anything that you say in your head, like just out of curiosity, like
kill them all.
kill them all?
Shoot them after the show as they walk out. No, I get like embarrassed on the way home. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
I was at St. Pete Brew, and I have like a joke that like I forgot to say like the most important thing that literally is the only way the punchline makes sense.
Yes.
And I just like say the punchline, and it gets nothing. And I'm
Yeah.
like, that was weird because I didn't realize I forgot to say the thing.
Yes.
And I'm listening to the tape on the way home, and I'm like pulled over. And just
Yeah.
that was like red hot embarrassing.
I did that last night at Ferg's. I said a pretty cruise joke. I don't even know if that's a word, cruise.
Crucial.
It was like, yeah, it was
Crucifix?
like, I don't even know. It was just like a joke that is a little harsh, maybe. And I just said the harsh part with like no setup. And I was like, well, that's odd. Usually. And it was just like.
You said like a racial slur.
No, it wasn't even like that.
Like, that was weird. He was talking about
No, but.
Uber Eats.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude, that's like the worst because it's like, oh, this is like, I'm like a little performer. I have to like elevate. I'm like a guy doing Broadway.
I know.
You know, like imagine these guys who do like 2.5 hour like Beauty and the Beast, and like twice a day they do the exact same show, and they're like in the whole thing. Like the star of that show's doing the same show every day for like 8 times a week.
I feel like you must feel numb at that point.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it's like when you get like a set that like works great, and you just keep doing that over and over again at the shows because like, oh, I found this 10 minutes, found this 15 minutes, just works great every time.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I'm so over saying this over again. Let me throw this away.
That's how I feel in many ways right now with a lot of my jokes. I just like want to get back into writing more.
It's hard though. It's hard when you get shows because you're like,
I know.
I can't just do this like bad stuff in front of these people. Yeah. It's fun to do it's fun to like pull like an old thing that works out. But when you're doing like something new and you're like, this is gonna be great. It's like nothing can ruin your excitement about it more than just trying it too early.
Yeah. Have you ever worked a corporate job?
I've worked in an office, but like radio. So I don't know. I mean, it was like an office.
That's pretty badass to be like in radio.
Yeah, it was cool. I was like in events on the radio side, so I would I would do the part of my job. I was so low on the totem pole. Like Ed Sheeran is coming into the station to sing a song on the radio. I stock the green room. Like that's where I was. So I'm like, okay, I gotta get like Oprah's favorite cookie.
No.
Yeah. Not Oprah, but like she's like, this is the best cookie. And they're like, he wants
okay.
They're like, he wants to try the Oprah cookie.
No way. So what would you have to do? Like Amazon deliver that shit?
Yeah, no, you just go around the city like a
in New York?
Yeah, you're just running around like picking up like tacos for Dua Lipa. That was like my corporate job. It's like, hey, Samuel L. Jackson needs a toothpick right now.
Oh my God.
All right. I'm like whittling a broomstick into a toothpick. No. But yeah, that stuff was cool. It was like, it is like an office job, but like you're like on your feet a lot. You're like doing events. You're like putting up tents with like logos on it, and you're like setting everything up. And it was cool behind the scenes. Like big events like that were always cool.
What do you like to do for fun nowadays?
I ride my bike. I'm into my bike now.
Into biking.
Yeah, I ride my bike around a little bit. I like that. Golf. Golf is the new thing.
We should go.
Yeah, golf is the thing right now. That's like all I do. I've been like working a little bit more, but like I looked in May, I was like, dude, I can't believe I spent that much money on golf.
Golf is expensive.
I know. Even this like driving range a couple times a week.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not like super expensive, but it could be like $45 a week. You know, that's like it's no
that's
checkers. I should be into checkers or chess or something. Just play by myself at home.
Yeah.
Save thousands a year. What do you golf? You like it?
I like it.
Do you have to do it for like business meetings?
No. Well, yeah, you know.
If I make this putt, you got to buy that ugly house.
So we do it for like charities, events, and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I entered one competition at like a private community, and it was like a scramble, and I did hysterically bad.
Really?
Yeah, because I was so nervous.
Yeah,
I was like,
strangers are watching you.
Oh. No, it's just like, it's like, oh man. It was just, I was like, this is so nice. This is like way too nice for me to be here right now. Type of vibe. And then I'm just like,
making holes in the ground, or Yeah, dude, I'm so touch and go with it at this point. It feels like it is like stand up, where it is kind of like, how many times can you accurately hit the shot that you're hitting, and how can everything go exactly the way you need it to go every time? It's like a consistency game.
And then it's just like, even if you're sucking, that one shot.
Yeah. Then you learn something. Exactly.
Get you back in the game. You're like, oh, that one shot that I hit on the 16th hole, like, oh, that felt so good.
Right.
Like, oh, that one joke that landed out of the 99 that I told that didn't land, you know.
Then you go back the next time.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Absolutely. That's what I've been thinking of. I've been doing it. Like, this is like a process I've done before. Stand up like feels like so many other things you can, once you like do it, like what you said, you like the process. It is such like a strange process. You like start going to these open mics, you're paying, you're meeting like people that, it's like when I went to college, I met this group of people and it was like, these are my friends for college. And then like 2 weeks later, never talk to them again.
Oh my God.
It's like open mics, you're like, like that could be my comedy friend. That guy like overdoses. Like you just never see these people again. And like, You know, but that process, it's like, you know, it's like learning golf. It's like learning a skill or something. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, man. It's fun. I got another one of those Crush shows coming up, too. I'm so excited.
Oh, hell yeah.
Trying to run a couple monthlies around town.
Monthlies?
Yeah, like one show a month.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah,
I got
that's
one
really
at Golden Isle Brewery up north.
Cool.
Up on MLK, and that's going to be at the end of June. And then I got another crust in the works for June.
Oh, wow.
No confirmed date, but it should be in June.
Wow.
With the Pizza Boys.
The Pizza Boys,
Yeah.
man.
Did you get a pizza?
Yeah, it was delicious.
It was good,
I got
right?
like a hot one with the pepperoni on there.
You can't beat it.
Can't beat that, man.
Yeah. Love pizza.
Anything else you want to talk about in terms of like promotion for yourself right now, brother?
No. I got those shows coming out. My podcast is News from Bed. Subscribe to your only friends. If you're watching this, like and subscribe it.
Yeah.
You never know when something's going to slide down into the feed and you're going to be like, wow, look at that. Mm-hmm. You know, I want to hear what that guy has to say.
You never know.
You never know. And that's an ad. You can use that. You can use that on YouTube ads. Just me saying that.
Yes. True that. All right, bro. Thank
All right,
you
man.
so much for
Thank
coming
you.
out, dude.
Thanks for fixing everything so I could still come.
Yes. We did it. This has been Your Only Friends. We are Your Only Friends. Enjoy the rest of your day. Please subscribe and please like.